This is a summary of the Maimer that begins at the end of Daf Ayin Tes, based on the pasuk Shapta Maimer Sas Maimer HaYeshua. So the Maimer goes on to describe the difference between the pouring of the wine, which went on all year, and the pouring of the water on the Mizbeach, which was unique to Sukkos. We explain that Yayin is the idea of Simcha, which Simcha is associated with Bina. When you understand something, it's fully developed. And Mayim is the idea of Chachma, something that you can't ordinarily reach or ordinarily grasp. And what is distinctive is that ordinarily we have Nisuch HaYayin, that's throughout the year. That's a Simcha, but it's a Simcha that can be restrained and contained. The Simcha that we have on Sukkos is comparable to the Simcha of water, like the Simcha of a person who rejoices to the point that his body language illustrates this rejoicing. He dances, he sings, and he claps. It's an uncontainable level of Simcha. Now, we have an idea that the Nisuch HaYayin, that's written in Torah. The Nisuch HaMayim is in Torah Shebal Peh. And later we also talk about the Hakafos, which isn't even in the Torah Shebal Peh. It's just a minhag. So ordinarily we might be tempted to say that something that's in Torah Shebechsav is, quote, more profound, something in Torah Shebal Peh a little less, and something is, quote, only a minhag. And the Maimer reverses it and says it's quite the opposite, that Hashem creates the world through an idea, through the recording of this idea, and through the manifestation of this idea, known by the simple mnemonic of Sefer, and Sipur. The Sefer is the author, the Sefer is the expression of the idea, and the Sipur is then the manifestation of it, the telling of the story. So the more rigid the story, like Torah Shebechsav, that has to be written down in a very absolute, intolerant form, with every letter being exact and every word being precise, and etc., suggests that there's a rigidity. When it's Torah Shebal Peh, there's a certain extra level that's indicated by the Nisuch HaMayim. And then the Hakafos, which is a minhag, is so lofty it can't even be captured in words, even the words of the Divrei Sefer. And this helps us understand the idea of Maimonei HaYeshua, from the well springs of rescue. That, like David HaMelech writes, there's a Kos Yeshuas Esa, that we have it in a cup, in a vessel, in a keli, that this idea of bracha, which means to connect to a level that is ordinarily hidden, like the mayin, the reservoir, the wellspring, that which is ordinarily hidden, to then be expressed through the bracha, bricha, the connector, into the kos, that can elevate it to this level. And this is all predicated on the experience we have on Yom Kippur, where we come Lifnei Hashem to Taharu. And since we are at this level of Kesser, it then expresses a level of Chachma that is otherwise unreachable, that manifests itself within the Chachma, and from the Chachma down to the Bina, so that on Sukkos, we can have a Bina-like grasp of a concept that is ordinarily detached, the concept of Chachma, and therefore we can have a celebration on Sukkos that is unparalleled, because it has Bina comprehension of a level that is ordinarily too remote, the level of Chachma.